My Gavan and Melanine, and well met indeed. I'm Arakir Galadirthin, the head of Divide and Conquer, and welcome back to the Dorwinion campaign. 72 turns in now. I was just having a brief little look around the map, around our empire, as I was beginning, and I think the time has come with the amount of money that we have to begin our attacks on Dol Guldur. I must confess that of the 4 campaigns that I currently have on the go, the Dorwinion campaign is the one I look forward to the least. And I think it's because at the minute there is no challenge, and I've done nothing that I've never done before with Dorwinion, if that makes sense. So, every time I've ever played as Dorwinion in DAC, either for fun or to test out features, I've always done exactly this. Defeated Run, defeated Canned, and then moved on Mordor from the west. I've never done anything else. And I think that's why, to me, it feels reasonably samey. So, I'm going to try and break that up. I'm already building an army in Caras Falathrim, Santanui, Karasant, and Ilanin, and I shall move that west and surprise attack Dol Guldur and bring them into our conflict. Now, of course, the problem with that is that once Dol Guldur fall, Anduin, Dale, the dwarves, and the elves of Mirkwood all have no enemies left to face. Without Dol Guldur there, the Misty Mountains will get absolutely obliterated by the forces of Anduin, the Vale of Anduin. So the Misty Mountains will then become a non-entity, and it just leaves... Again, we will then have to attack Mordor, but if we bring Mordor into that border on the west and continue to plug away in the east and send troops down there, but Run are essentially defeated, and Dale, I'm hoping, will mop them up in the north. And so we can move our forces west and try and deal with Dol Guldur, try and get them to quite early on. Now, of course, I'm fairly certain that one of our victory conditions is to defeat Mordor, which means you would need to get the ring, which I have never ever done. If I let myself, once I've taken every one of Mordor's regions, I claim that as victory. I don't bother with the ring event. I mean, I will do if it's nearby, and I'll go for it, but I don't often go for the ring.
By your command, with
Alright.
Making camp here.
Horsat will take Varfest, which will become our western hold, and will finally kick Run out of that western provinces, which is pleasing because they are very frustrating. What level of town hall have they got there? Only level 1. Oh, indeed. Sorry, everyone. Now is the time. 4th Winter. There we are. Thank you very much for highlighting that I missed off the th. Right, the army will consist of quite a lot of Shadow Rangers because they're available at the moment. We're training a general from Caras Falathrim. They're coming through with the High Paladins. Karasant, I realise, has no training capabilities other than the absolute basics. So I'm moving to rectify that with the 5,000 that we make a turn.
My lord.
But we'll take 2 of them.
Your will, my lord. Yes.
They may abandon us en route there, which will be a plane. A plane? That'll be a real plane. That'll be a pain. Why is that area not towered up? What madness is this? Our surprise attack army is unfortunately going to exist almost solely of militia troops, with a few Thorn units and 4 Avari Shadows. Those Avari Shadows are very easy to get. It makes me wonder if maybe they're entered in the practice range twice, perhaps. Because if a unit is present twice, you'll only see 1 unit in the game, but the two time calculations that it has, so a unit takes 10 turns to train or whatever. If there are 2 units that both take 10 turns to train, the game just adds those together and it makes them take 5 turns to train. So I'm wondering if maybe they've been accidentally added in. But then when I was looking then, it says another 33 turns to train, so maybe I was gifted those and I've just forgotten, so I apologise if that's the case.
Your orders.
Vine Regent Howin and the bulk of our army is over in Ost End or Winrim. Holding the bridge. I'm fairly certain that should be in. Still, Winrim refers to more than one. I'm going to just leave him there, I think. Run will probably try and reclaim Austin to Winrim, and that will be their focus point. So we'll leave him there, and we will just continue to... worry about the borders. He's going to obviously go on Swinburg, but hopefully Horsa's
Yes,
presence
my lord.
outside Varfest will draw them back, and then we'll send over the 2 generals with him. That'll be the plan over there. See, Dol Guldur, because they have so many immediate enemies, they've got Lothlorien. Lothlorien are their chief enemy. You might think that it's Anduin, and yes, they do attack the Anduin, but the Anduin do keep them at bay, and really Dol Guldur's chief enemy is Lothlorien. They fight over the castle of Adraikan quite a lot. That's just south of Lorien's border. And Dol Guldur throw everything over the river to get to Lorien, and Lorien can hold them back because Lorien's troops are so superior to Dol Guldur's
My lord.
that they have
We
no
can't get
trouble
there.
fending them off.
We'll make camp here.
Alright, in 1 turn the army from Philathrin will be ready. And
Your will, my lord.
maybe a few
As
turns
you
before it
wish.
arrives. Oh, we got the Avarin War Academy. And now the Avarin Elder Academy is also available. Only 2,800. Go on then. Oh, no. Yeah, that way. Get Elder Archers if we build that. Thorn Guard if we build that. Not Thorn Guard, sorry. Avari Guard. We've only got a leather worker. Go on then, build that first. Oh, and Nerthur. I want roads. I do want roads as the first thing that you build. And then prepare yourselves, as you will be a border town. I don't know how well... No, oh, yes, because they own... But then, do they own that land? Marches of the Northmen. Oh, dear, yes, they do. Dol Guldur have taken Bur Ulge. This doesn't bode well. Alright, let's move Horsa into position.
Your orders, my lord.
We shall engage.
See what the enemy does down here now. Swinburg is at least building things. Oh, hello.
Your corpse will be thrown to the dogs.
An actual general is on the way to meet us. Very rare. Now that the
Yes,
enemy's all
my
sort of
lord.
sodded off, you probably can actually go inside the town. Norway, you and Brander are going to maintain the
Your
upkeep,
orders, my lord.
and Howin is going to go and lead our assault on the
We
west.
can go no further, my lord.
Norway is more than capable to lead the armies here and control of the city. Just got to replace all the UIs with our own, so that it becomes a true Dorwinion realm. This large expanse of unknown as well, which doesn't really bode too well. But we'll end the turn again. Clans of Enedwythe. I wonder how Gondor are doing in this game. Although we are about, I think, what are we, about 60 or 70 turns earlier than the Northern Dunedain campaign in this one. And I think Gondor are still holding their own. The never ending. Hornburg is sieged but not lost. Carverad got a great haul.
Orders. By your command. Your will, my lord.
So Withershins, Witherkin.
Yes.
Yes, my lord.
Fine Regent Howin.
With honor.
Team up
Taking
with
camp here.
Bledorthin.
Yes.
And you will be the leading.
We shall continue
You will be
tomorrow.
the leading of this army. You will lead this army. Oh, we get some archers. Why did the archers only come from the second level of farm? Or it can't be that. Yeah, they definitely weren't there before, or were they? And I'm just totally blanking them out. Where is food production? No, yeah, they definitely were there before. I must have just not seen them. Fascinating. Maybe they weren't. Who knows?
Orders. We can go no further today.
Carverad can add nothing to our struggle and does not yet have roads, which is a pain. Well, it has roads, but it doesn't have the good roads. Oh, that's going to upgrade soon. Probably around about the same time that the chicken farming is built.
Your orders, my lord.
And Horsa
As you
arrives.
command, we shall prevail.
Ladders. Ladders are much faster than siege towers.
Yes.
And I'm sure the siege towers have a better use, like they probably protect your units while they're inside. But the archers in the towers, the tower arrows and bolts, don't do enough damage to really merit needing siege towers. And siege towers are much slower, and the ladders are far more maneuverable, and I can't really see any point building siege towers. If anyone knows the reason why siege towers are superior to just standard ladders, then feel free to let me know. I would gladly take that information on board.
My lord.
Yes, our diplomat has just got map information with
Without question. Stopping here.
Gondor.
Tomorrow's journey planned out.
So that is still a real picture of what's going on there. We can end the turn again and see what Run does with Varfest, their most westerly province. Once we take Varfest, Mordor will almost certainly send some of their forces round the corner. First of all, what I tend to notice with Mordor is that they'll send some units against you, like 1 or 2 units, maybe 3 or 4, and they'll walk them near your army, and then they'll just disappear. And then, out of nowhere, 2 full stacks will come knocking around the corner, and I've never understood why that happens, but with Mordor it happens quite a bit. Right, Captain Kemik has attacked us. He's got some Loke Gamp for him, otherwise militia. And Bakur has attacked us, and his best unit, Clan Guard, Candish Hunters. That is an interesting force that they are hoping to take it with, and I'm very interested as to why it thinks the power is in fact in their favour. Just because they've got more units. Fascinating. Right, so we're going to be attacked from the right hand corner, and he's going to come in from behind, so we want to face right and walk backwards.
Attack!
And then they'll form into one army in the middle, and then we can beat them that way. The biggest threat will be the Loke Gamp Rim. If they can meet our line, then they'll do well. But as doing the Run overview video showed, the elites of Run aren't actually as good as I thought they were. I thought they were real rivals of Gondor and even the elves, but they're not. Then I think I would suggest that even Isengard's orcs are better than Run's elites. Right, so we're being attacked from that top right corner. The other guy is coming in, should be coming in from there. So we want to pull. Well, I suppose we could go on that hill and curve in that corner, but they're going to be coming straight from there. So we'll make them do all the running, and we will pull back to this hill here. Pop the shadows in the corner. They have no cavalry whatsoever, so there is no need for stakes. Desire, yeah. Alright. Shield bearers. Go on that side. We'll have a line of our pikemen. You two on that side, and horse will go behind.
The enemy are bringing in reinforcements.
Alright, we judged it right. They're coming in over there. But the question is, will they meet up in the middle somewhere? We'll speed it up. Or will they come at us and then they come at us? It looks like they're going to come at us and then they're going to come at us, which gives us a prime... No, they've changed at the last moment. Well, we don't want them to have this hill in to their advantage, so we will shift our forces. Try and defend this little small plateau here where there is no advantage for them. So, with some sneaky running. Set up in the most basic formation we've possibly got for the time being. Speed it up again. They're fully going to meet up with the others and then come straight down at us. So, with that in mind, we can pull to this hill. A small, call it a hill, it's not even a hill, is it? Oh, we could pull over there, and we get the... Oh, they're coming already, though. We would never make it over there. Alright, as they are already on their way, we'll use what small hills we do now have to our advantage. So, shadows, go there. You guys, form a line within the shadows there. You lot, step forth. You two go behind the shadows, cover them. Oh yeah, you can go over there if you want to actually. Also, you can just remain behind still. Alright, you lot, defensive, spear wall. Stand your ground, men. Oh, what's happened here? Are they really firing already? Oh no, the Gamprim are their pikemen. Oh, I did not know that. Only the crossbows are going to do well against the Gamprim. Go on, go on. Please tell me that this one you're winding up at the moment are already aimed at the Gamprim. Oh yes, I think they were. Oh no, our shadows have lost a man. So I'm not worried about the clan warriors, and I'm not worried about the Balkoth, who we will charge. Oh, that was a pretty clever javelin throw by the AI. AI and clever are words that are not usually used together in a sentence. Somebody has suggested that I should restrict the camera and go back to the settings the game intended, which oh no, that may not work. I may have to do that outside because I have the file that controls settings set to read only, so changes don't take effect. I have to do that at the main menu. Of course, the restricted camera is the camera that the game comes with.
The enemy general. Without him, his troops will lose their will to fight. If we continue like this, we will smash the enemy.
It is the stock camera of the game, and it simulates you only being able to see as far as your men. So my camera would stop somewhere around here because that would be the sight range of my men, which of course increases the difficulty in battles. I turned it off initially because I just didn't, for me personally, it just didn't add to the fun, the really annoying Jari restriction. Whilst yes, it makes it a little bit more difficult because you can't see what's coming at you, you can't look at the enemy's formation. I think it was just it felt too artificial in its difficulty level. So I used to turn it off. Someone has suggested that I turn it on, and then maybe the AI might be a little better without me being able to see everything they're going to do before they do it.
Force remains.
And in a very surprised twist, our 2 units of Vineyard Shieldbearers have caught the Balkoth. Well, not surprised twist. After having fought skirmish troops for ages now, you finally learn how to deal with them. And you just have to guess where they're going to flee. And then you time your secondary attack to match. Right, hit those clan guard in the side. Solid charge, solid charge. Sweeping away the side of them. Well done, paladins. Now, we don't want you staying there for long because those units will shred you. So, pull out there. The shield bearers will get overrun if they stay up on that hill too long. Clansmen are better than them. Hopefully our archers are still firing at their archers. But you don't go for the clan guard. You're pulling in on the side of them. We'll speed it up a bit.
Our men have slain the enemy general.
Oh, really?
Without him, his troops will lose their will to fight.
Both enemy generals are now dead. Although they are sitting ducks for those javelin men. But then I feel like it might be worth just waiting out the Balkoth. They only get 3 javelins each, but that number isn't 3 per men. It's quite a tricky little, it's quite an annoying little system, and I can tell you about it right now. The Balkoth, let's say they have 60 men per battalion. Then rather than the game attribute 3 javelins to each individual man, it will give that battalion access to 180 javelins. So, as there are 60 men, they each fire a javelin 3 times. However, if you kill 40 of them before they even reach your lines, they will then do 9 javelin throws, because they still have access to that 180 pool of javelins, but they now have less men. So each man now just fires more javelins. And that is how the system works, I'm afraid. So if the Balkoth don't fire all their javelins off early, they will continue to fire them almost for the whole game, because each man picks up the javelins of the dead next to him. So they just keep going and going and going. That's why it feels like they may throw endlessly, even though when you control javelin troops and you use them properly, so you put them behind your line and you fire over your line, or you have them in your front line even, or you use them to flank. But as long as you use them to actually throw their javelins, you will clearly see that they only have, say, 3 each. They burn through their javelins really quickly. But if they are allowed to die, then the javelins last longer. In the big picture.
The enemy army flees the field. Pursue and run them down.
We have won a really decisive victory, and in a real twist of fate, in a real twist to the odds, our worst unit, the Vineyard Shieldbearers, have actually done something.
Are utterly vanquished. This is a great victory, worthy of only the mightiest of generals.
High Paladins and the Shadows, the 2 winners. Those shield bearers never normally do anything. Maybe it was because of their grouping and the loss of 2 generals in a battle. The morale shock to the enemy was too great. They couldn't contain us. Execute them all.
We have triumphed. Glory.
And what it is, a wooden castle. We can go 1 more.
My lord, our courage and honor have conquered.
We'll sack it. Well, they brought some people back, but I don't think they brought the bulk of their forces back. Right, Varfest is now going to have to be a really defensive location. Mordor will now come at us with almost everything they've got. And if we continue with our plans to attack Dol Guldur, they will... Oh, yes, I do want a weaponsmith guild in Varfest. But we haven't got the money. Right. Faction announcements. Horsa is an aspiring commander. A lot of places just built things. So let's... Oh, I didn't realise they just siege Swineberg. The swine! How witty. How very witty. Alright, the very dull game now begins, where you go by and you turn off construction of anything that is going to... Oh, I want that built, so we'll keep that. Aha! Only 2 towns. Normally it takes a lot longer than that. And there we are. So, what did we turn off? Caras Valathrim. Don't know what Run are doing around here. We could always go to have peace with Run now, but...
Orders. By your command.
Yes, my lord.
With honor.
Alright, 1 turn, and then in 1 turn that other army will be ready as well. What's coming? How many troops?
Your orders,
1, 2,
my
3,
lord.
4. Oh, look how many of them we can train. And they're really strong. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But we're going to leave those 4 behind, so we can train 4
Yes, my
units.
lord.
Although they cost so much money. I have to train them on the next turn, but they're so worth it. Privateer Axemen, look at them. Just look at those stats. And they're effective against armor. And a just as aggressive cavalry version. Alright, well, I will end this video right here. So, thank you very much for watching, if indeed you have. Stay tuned for the next one, which will, as usual, just be the next day. Because we do more videos than there are days in the week, the cycle slightly moves forward. And every now and then, obviously, I drop a day and whatnot. I still only do this for pleasure, to get information for DAC out. I'm not slaving myself to YouTube, because then it will quickly become very, very boring, and I would just stop if I do that. So and continue to do it in a way that I find fun. So the next one should come up the next day, but I will do the lore videos each weekend as I have the most time, and they take a lot longer than these do. But anyway, if you have any questions, qualms, or comments, please feel free to put them in the comments section here, or ideally over on Total War Center. Try and avoid mod DB. But until we speak again, dear friends, Navar Naden Pedimad Melunin, and fare thee well.